I'm overboard on cream.
Did you?
Look at how light skin it is. Yeah, it is light skin too. You know, had this clicked.
What? No, I didn't know that. Who been messing with my settings on my computer?
Your son, he literally got upset with me and fell out 3 times yesterday as I took him
Don't be.
away from the computer. He was like that.
Yeah, me blaming stuff on him.
You asked who? Is it blame if that's who did it?
Who was watching?
And I moved him 3 times, maybe 4. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Sharon. I forgot to
I realize
send
we
it.
never do an introduction when we do these.
No, we just start. We get in here and say good morning.
So we should probably say who we are.
You gonna say it?
I don't know. You do the coffee
No,
break and
no,
podcast? I just do
absolutely
married
not.
at first sight.
Absolutely not. This is the intro then. Hey, I'm Tommy.
And my name is Artika. Tommy is being very difficult this morning.
I'm not.
He is. And
Oh,
welcome to this Saturday's coffee break.
man, the coffee break. Funny thing about yesterday and the premiere of our review was I was sitting there doing the live thing,
Mm-hmm.
and when you commented at the end, Majorette.
I was saying I couldn't remember
Yeah,
who I commented to.
good morning. She
Good morning, Linda.
they asked if like what's the coffee break, and I was sitting there like, how do I explain what the coffee break is?
Did you like my explanation?
Yeah, because I didn't have one. Because I was like, the coffee break to me is the stuff that I see during the week
Mm-hmm.
that me and you have talked about, or this would be something that we would talk about, just taking a break from being a parent,
Mm-hmm.
or
I'm
or
trying to fast forward to see what I said in the live.
just taking a break from just doing adult things at the moment, because it like we're always doing something. Can you cut your phone down?
I was trying to get to that point.
Just cut it down.
It's
That's all you
okay.
got to do.
I'm done now.
Yeah, you acting like you're a novice today. You okay?
What you mean today? What have I done?
You sitting up here with your phone out. I can make you put your phone down.
Hush. What else?
I can make it. I can make it. I can make you put your phone down. Um, but nah, just seeing, just yeah, just taking a break and saying good morning.
Oh, it doesn't even say my comment.
Or don't
Mm-mm.
you should just reply back to her.
No, she got my comment because you saw it.
Mm.
It's just not showing here anymore.
Oh. Man,
Anywho,
I just sent you what I had for the week, but this is some more stuff I saw yesterday. I didn't put any articles in there though.
hmm
That's usually a problem. Jamie Foxx though,
that's not on your
he's
list.
still no, it's not, but it's something I thought about, man. Jamie Foxx still in the hospital.
hmm
Like I hope he's okay.
Apparently it was a stroke,
Good morning, Doug.
and people are really upset.
Why?
And I don't understand it, but they're upset that a stunt double has been brought in to finish the film that he was
Yeah, I don't
shooting.
understand why people mad about that, because I was like, that's business. Like the thing that I saw was on Instagram, they was like the movies brought in somebody to finish the movie, uh take your vacations and take this and take that because you're replaceable, basically was the gist of the message. And I
hmm
was like, that's true,
hmm
but I don't fault the movie, the production company for getting through the movie, because that was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
We are on a budget and we have a deadline.
We still got to pay people.
I cannot continue paying people. And people also have other things that they got to do,
Mm-hmm.
because especially when you work in like the film industry,
Yeah.
those people are moving from project to project.
Right, right,
Because a movie does not film year round.
right. And it's like I don't think, do they get paid, like how do they get paid, like bi-weekly, or is it by the project?
I think that those terms are discussed.
Like on the
I've never been
contractual?
more than an extra,
Yeah.
and extra was day rates.
Oh, okay. So that's what that is. Like people get paid daily.
Well, the extras get
Oh,
paid
okay.
daily. I believe that like production staff, because they are staffed for the duration of the project, they have terms, whether it be that they're bi-weekly paid or monthly paid or whatever. Like
Right.
it's when they sign that they're going to work on this project,
Yeah.
it's in those terms.
Yeah. See, that's true too. And that's the thing that I was thinking, Dub, is like we're gonna continue to move
Mm-hmm,
if you get off the train or not.
mm-hmm,
You know. But if you're off the train, we still gotta go.
mm-hmm.
You can pick up later, but you know. So I don't fault them, or I ain't even upset about that, about them finishing the movie, because if you can
And we
do it,
don't
you
know
can
how
do it.
much of that was going to be a stunt double anyways.
Right.
Because there's a lot of parts of movies that they bring in stunt doubles for.
Yeah. But I have to give it to Jamie though, man. And I know we talked about this a few weeks ago. I think Jamie is probably the one of the most talented people we have on earth that's visible.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Because Jamie can sing,
Jamie
can
can
act,
sing his ass off.
and he is a comedic genius.
Oh man,
Because he puts it all together.
Bruh, and the good morning, Hubert.
Good morning, Hubert.
The Jamie Foxx show. People are on the fence about it in comparison to
I realized that we were getting up there in age when I'd like turn on YouTube TV during the day, and it's always like sister, the Jamie Foxx show, Martin, and they're like on in the middle of the day, and I was like, is the target audience at home now? Dang, we are at home now.
Man, that's funny, man. But no, like I put it up there with Martin in my book. A lot of people don't put the Jamie Foxx show with Martin, but in my book, that show was funny, and he brought people in.
He does speak piano well.
Oh yeah, he plays the piano.
He does play the keys.
But yeah, I think it's weird that like they keep coming out with things. Everybody's talking, like giving updates on Jamie, because the last one I seen was Kevin Hart gave an update. I understand that they're friends and and stuff like that, but
Kevin Hart's update was not an update. Kevin Hart's update was,
I went to go see my boy.
I really can't tell you anything, but Jamie's alive.
Right. See, you don't think it's up there? Like I personally, I think it's up there, like with Martin.
I didn't ask for the Jamie Foxx show on DVD. I'll end it.
I mean, okay, it's not you, but I think Martin is Jordan, right?
Okay.
But Jamie Foxx in the top 3, and he ain't number 3 in my book. Okay.
Okay. I don't feel compelled to turn on the Jamie Foxx show when I see it on.
Yeah.
But I also don't feel compelled to turn on Sister. Although, when Sister first got added to Netflix, we watched the whole show.
Because I did that with Family Matters too. Just because it's like the Book of Tommy. Man, I'm working on it. But now, like, I like watching those shows from beginning to the end, because it's like growing up, I remember watching the show, but I don't remember what happened. Like, I didn't know on Family Matters, I didn't know that Steve Urkel went to space.
Did you know that Sister went to Freaknik?
I did not know that. They did?
It was the lamest Freaknik experience.
They did?
Maya was there with Blackstreet performing the song from the Rugrats.
Really?
That's what happened on the episode.
I did not know that. I see that, Lily. Thank you. Look, Lily, I don't know what y'all say, but we say fart over here. Lily farted earlier and said, "Oh, Dad, I said, say excuse me. That's all you got to say. Just say excuse me. She said, excuse me. And then I thought she was gonna go up there and tell you that she farted.
Oh, when I was in the bathroom?
No, when you was up here in the kitchen.
Oh.
Man. But I hope Jamie Foxx recovers from, you said, a stroke.
That's what it. Nobody on his team has said it was a stroke. However, that is what has been said. You know, his daughter just posted that it was a medical emergency.
Yeah. Something that you probably ain't gonna care about, but I didn't know Turnpike Ike was a real person.
I don't know what that is.
I know exactly. It's a song. Rick Ross did a song on his last album called Turnpike Ike.
Uh-huh.
And I did not know that was a person. His name was Isaac Big Ike Hicks, Miami, 1984.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
What else we got, man?
See, it's been so much stuff floating around, Dub. I don't really know exactly
about what.
Jamie Foxx. He said he heard it was an aneurysm. It's like nobody from his team of people have not specifically said what it is. So I don't know what it is. How did you get to Turnpike Ike?
I was just randomly yeah, right, a moment in Black history. I was just scrolling Twitter, man, and I was like, because the song that was one of the songs that I liked from that album was Turnpike Ike, and I didn't know that that's what it was. You know, a bunch of Rick Ross music is about drugs.
Yeah, I don't really listen to Rick Ross. If it wasn't on the radio, I probably have never heard it.
Deservingly, Joel Embiid won the MVP this year, finally. And dude is nice. I know you don't really watch it. She drank it?
Yeah. I looked to see if it was on the table, but she drank it.
But I'm glad that he won. But I'm waiting on my boy JT to win, because it's coming. Jason Tatum for Jason Tatum, for people that don't know, I'm a Celtics fan. Yeah, man, we up 2-1. Last night was a good game. Nah, he ain't put me in. Watch it from the sideline, but that's all right. I was rooting. I gotta get me some Celtics gear, man. I need some more.
Lily had a
she had a onesie.
A Celtics romper.
That's what that thing is?
Yes.
I need to get quad one.
Well, Lily can't fit hers anymore, so you have to still buy two things.
Yeah.
Because I think Lily's was like 9 to 12 months or something like that in size.
I just saw this. Joel Embiid accidentally stepped on Grant Williams' head while he was on the ground. Like, they're getting reckless out here on the court, man.
It's like that attorney throwing the phone in the YSL case. It's an accident.
Man, that is not what happened, sir.
I'm gonna have to sit down and like follow this YSL case, like top to bottom.
Yeah.
Because just the random things that I've heard and seen is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We smuggling drugs in the courthouse.
Man, that whole like what makes
multiple times.
Right. Like, what makes you think the judge making people write essays? I'd have been so mad.
Buying folks lunch. Like, and then picked a specific restaurant.
Like, that's the thing, man. It's like, I can understand if I was a great writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But writing is not my, like, I have great handwriting, which is weird. It's like I'm really proud of being able to.
Your penmanship.
Penmanship is great, right? But just putting the words on the paper in a manner that makes you want to continue to read, because I've read some of my stuff and I was like, this is some bull.
I've read things that I wrote in the past and been like, I am thoroughly impressed.
Like, I had nope.
I'm like, Lily, who wrote that.
I knew I had a problem with my roommate freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
We had the same English class, and so we would go back to the dorm room, and of course discuss the teacher because she was a cutie, and we had this paper to write. I don't remember what the paper was about, but I went to the writing lab. I got it reviewed, uh, redid some stuff, put work in. Right.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate said, "Let me read your paper real quick." Here, man, I don't care. This is like A1 paper. Just don't, copy word for word or whatnot. We was close. So we wrote about the same thing, and she knew we was roommates.
Mm-hmm. Why did she know that? Y'all went in and told her?
We always was together,
Um,
and she knew we was like roommates somehow. So she figured it out. So man, we get our papers. I get a B.
mm-hmm.
This dude got an A. I was like,
B.
how? How did we get different,
He took what he knew and what you wrote and put it together.
better?
Bippity boppity boop.
He did it better. But it's like, man, that's something I really want to work on, is like trying to get better at telling a story. Like, and the way that I said it, because I was like, I can talk and I'll talk to anybody all day. So if I get to a point to where I can tell a story, so I've been watching storytelling videos,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've been watching like listening to Audible and how they're telling the story and how I'm getting intrigued, like thrillers and stuff. I got this one book. It's called it's crazy that I'm looking up books, man, because I don't read anything. If it don't got pictures and it's a bunch of the words,
You still haven't finished that Jay-Z book.
it got pictures and a bunch of words. That's terrible. I had this book for 10 years, man.
It's been more than 10 years.
No, it ain't.
Damn it, we've been together 10 years. You had that book before me.
All right, 12 years. It's like, yeah, I'm going to read this book, man. I made it so far and was like, man, this is tough.
Do you even know where the book is?
It's on my Kindle. Like, I bought it. It's a digital book.
I thought you had the hard copy.
Nah, it's a digital book. This next book I'm listening to this week.
I need to find my actual Kindle.
It's in the closet upstairs.
Ours or
Quads. The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I'm gonna listen to that and see how she tells this story.
What were you getting at with this? Because you went off on a tangent looking up books.
That I want to finish reading the book. Or I want to be a better storyteller, man, and just be a better writer, because that's a part of it, man. Just, it's a thing that I saw that I'm not good at, and it's like, can I improve? Just being a better person.
Okay.
Being a better person from yesterday.
I was just trying to figure out where we were going.
Moving the needle. What we got on the list, man? Let's hit this list.
You listed about 3 different shootings.
Yeah, so we had a lot of shootings this week.
It's very unfortunate.
It is. It's crazy that we're always talking about it. The first one was like super crazy. The one that happened in Texas. So apparently, let me pull it up. Shooting. Man, there we go. So apparently, a guy in Texas, they call it the Texas Massacre. I'm on CNN.
Mm-hmm.
He's a suspect charged with 5 counts of murder, as investigators say his longtime partner gave him food and clothes while on the run. He killed a 9-year-old and four other people. Basically, what happened was he was outside randomly shooting his gun.
I hope this isn't picking up all that.
I hope it's not either, but hey, this is life.
Lily is doing a lot.
She is, but she's
the next
down
room
there.
Over.
But she's down there, so we good about that. She probably didn't come up here because she's almost done.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the man was, and I'm paraphrasing because I ain't finna read this. See, so apparently the man was outside shooting his gun, and the neighbor came like outside. Hey, can you stop shooting your gun because my baby in here asleep? So I don't know if it was immediately after or the next day or whatever, but the man came into his neighbor's house, shot 5 people and killed them, including a 9-year-old, and went on the run. This happened, I want to say last Thursday or Friday. They didn't catch him till this week, like Tuesday.
Where did they find him?
In somebody's, I want to say a family member's closet under some clothes.
Family member going to jail for harboring a fugitive.
They gotta be,
because you knew he was there.
They were investigating the person for, to see if like is this something that they did or is it something they were forced to do, and that's the
man. Only one time have I ever witnessed the amount of police officers that come for somebody harboring a fugitive. This was when I was living in Gwinnett County.
Oh, yeah.
A guy committed a crime, and I believe it was Henry County.
Yeah.
He had warrants in, I want to say, Clayton County and DeKalb County. And after he committed the crime, he came to the apartment complex that I lived in. I'm in my apartment, kicking it, watching TV. I get a notification that my package was delivered. However, let me not say I got the notification. I saw the notification because it had been delivered hours before. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to just go walk over to the mailbox to go get my package. I opened my front door and there was like SWATs everywhere. I walked right back in and closed my door. I was like, that package ain't that important.
Yeah. I'm gonna just
it's not important.
I'm gonna just chill. So they did arrest the lady, his girlfriend. But the one thing that I found out about this guy, or randomly said, this guy was deported 4 times.
How do you keep getting back in?
I have no clue.
What country is he from? Mexico?
Yeah.
So he's just crossing the border.
Yeah.
Illegally.
I was like, man, what in the world? Like that tells you, I was like, for the people that are actually trying to get here and, better themselves, that makes it harder. However hard it is right now, that makes it 10 times harder because now are you killing Americans? You coming over here committing crimes.
Lily Miss Sharon said good morning. You tell her good morning? Will you tell her good morning?
She said, that's terrible. Our child. I see it, buddy. I see it. But yeah, man, it's just awful, man. Just
it's
terrible.
Very sad.
Then we had my high school and that whole thing.
So I still never saw anything about it from your high school outside of people from the city and then your text message to me. Like this all happened on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or I don't know about the shooting in Texas, but like the Knoxville hoax, the Chattanooga hoax, and then the actual Atlanta shooting all happened on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Wednesday is like the busiest day for me. Like Lily and I wake up in the morning and head out the door. Well, Quad too, of course. But I never once was like sitting there scrolling in my phone because I had so much stuff to do. And you sent that message and you was like, there was a shooting at my high school. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, they said the TBI is investigating that. Reports a wave of school threats made this morning. It was Thursday, I think, May 3rd, whenever that was, across the state of Tennessee from Johnson City to Memphis.
And I didn't hear about any in Memphis. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I just didn't hear about it.
It was in Hamilton County. Was at my school. Man, it was so crazy, man. Just to see everything and like, I'm glad that they took it serious though. Because like, just think if they didn't and this was actually real. Okay.
Just stand on right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Take it out. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Apparently, this was like the senior prank.
No, it wasn't though. Come here. Come here.
So what was it?
It was just a hoax call.
So they were just people were just calling.
Somebody randomly were calling different schools across the state.
Oh, so they just had a random list of schools and was like, "Hey."
Yeah. I'm gonna call them.
No, you didn't tell her to get a pajama shirt. You told her to get a shirt. Just put it on. Will you get him? Um. So Tommy said that it wasn't a senior prank, which is what I read that it was from somebody in Chattanooga. But it was just someone calling around to different schools across the state of Tennessee and saying that there was an active shooter. Um, Not really sure why or if they've even figured out who it is. He said the TBI is investigating. It's not coming up for me, Tommy. But yeah, I didn't see any of this stuff happening, but it's crazy that somebody would just call and try to make this type of panic happen. It's not playing. Where's Squad? Oh. Tell her to chill out. I'm gonna come. You come back. I'm resetting my phone to see if it comes up now.
I spilled coffee on my shirt.
She spilled hot chocolate on hers.
Yeah, I saw it. She changed her shirt though.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
What?
Talk.
What was you?
The shootings.
Oh, and then we had the Atlanta shooting. That was. I didn't really think about it because I like when I realized where they were, I was like, how is this gonna affect my like getting home? But I was like,
yeah, I didn't. Hubert texted to me because I hadn't seen anything. Again, wasn't doing a scroll or hadn't even looked at any alerts on my phone at all.
yeah.
So missed all of that stuff.
Yeah. So when Hubert sent that, I looked at it. I was like, okay, they're like 15, 20 minutes away from me. And then when I got kind of nervous when they said they didn't have them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I might need to figure out like where, like, how is this affecting traffic? And traffic was bad that day.
Mm-hmm.
So I left a little earlier than usual, but luckily that night they caught them in Cobb County
Mm-hmm.
in an apartment complex, and I was like, man, couldn't be me.
What do you mean?
I would have left Georgia. They would have had to search for me.
I'm still very confused by
Why?
like
I don't
what
understand
happened. Why. One of my cousins texted me and said, that his mom had been on the news. And of course I hadn't seen that either.
Been
But
on the news for what?
like pleading for him to like turn himself in.
Oh.
I hadn't seen any of that stuff anywhere, but when I finally got home, literally we got back to the house and then it was time for me to get ready to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one of those things of you don't know where he is, where he could have gone, because he had stolen somebody's car.
Yeah.
In the process of after that crime, after the shooting, he carjacked somebody and he was in that vehicle. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, people took that information and was like, he carjacked a couple of people. And I'm like, I don't know if he did or didn't.
Man, this dude. Scary situation, man.
It is scary all around.
It's sad situation and glad they caught him and glad they are like going to charge him for something. But I really need to know why.
Um, I read that it was I read two different conflicting stories, both about him at this doctor's office. He was having an episode and he needed his anxiety medicine.
Yeah.
I read one that they refused to refill it, but then I read another one that they refused to see him because he was late.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which is true.
I don't know.
What the what actually happened with that? This is really frustrating me that this TV is not working.
Yeah. You want me to go reset the thing?
No, it's pulling up. It's just not playing.
That's usually means it needs to be reset because it's not recognizing.
I'll go reset it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't like it's just I like we said before, man, we just need to get some type of control. Like I don't know what's going on with people. And it seems it's very unfair to the people that, to everybody else, but I saw a shooting in it was another shooting in Memphis. The guy came up to and I watched the video for this one. The guy came up to the news station and the door was locked. He shot at the door and tried to get in. And, luckily the door was locked and nobody was hurt. But as the police were like taking him into custody and he talked to the cameras, he was like, I was just mad. He said the police was doing something with the Tyree Nichols video and he was just mad and that's the way he was uh filtering his frustration. I was like, you couldn't do that in a better way? Like what's up with that? That just it didn't register with me that like the fact that you're mad, like I've never been that mad at somebody that I'm just gonna go shoot at people. I don't know, man. But it has to be something to be able to be done. Like as far as like the gun control measures. Like it has to be something. Um Treat people better, maybe. Because like I always think about what's the movie Total Recall, where the groups of people like you got the top and then you got the bottom, and the bottom has so much crime, so much this, so much that, because it's a crab in the barrel mentality type of deal. But then you go to the top, the wealthier people, and life is completely different. And I feel like I don't want that for the world because it's just bad.
I came in mid sentence and was lost. I'm trying to
I was talking
use
about the
context clues to figure it
no,
out.
you're not, because what my mind just goes places.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wraps it around. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to jump over.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a missing piece of a bridge.
Okay, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I was done with that. But to fill you in, what I was talking about was the guy that went in to shoot at the news people in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And the video, he was like, I was just mad.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that don't make sense, dog. Like, do you have a better way of?
And I'm still confused what he was mad about, because he started off saying that something was going on with the police. And I'm like, well, what does that have to do with the news station?
Absolutely nothing.
Then he was like, my auntie stole my house.
Yeah, like
what? Come again?
He was just mad.
Like I'm confused by where are we going with this? This doesn't make any sense to me. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know what gun control measures I want to see. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments now. I feel like it shouldn't be so easy to obtain a gun. However, there's a lot of people that already have guns, obviously, that are using them, because we're not hearing in these stories of people shooting up places that they just got the gun this morning.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that they've already had. People are not going to surrender guns for anything. And a lot of people are like, shooting's getting out of control. I'm going to get another gun.
Yeah.
You can't fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't even want to say you can't fix it. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah. It's just like, for me, what do you do to stop the mass shootings, to stop, because all of this stuff, it happens at the same time. Like, it was a shooting in Texas. They had the hoax in Tennessee. It was a shooting in here in Atlanta. It was a shooting in the news station in Memphis, and all the other shootings that you don't hear about. And it's like all this stuff happens at one time. Something has to be done, right? But if you hear about it every 2 months, so a part of it is the media. Another part of it is what's wrong with Americans.
Well, part of what's wrong with Americans is the right to bear arms. We have the right to do it, and we're using it to the fullest extent.
Right. At almost
actually, it's not even just the right to bear arms is not the issue.
Yeah.
It's the use of the arms that they're bearing. It's the problem.
What Nipsey say? Bullets ain't got no name.
I don't know anything that Nipsey said.
Yeah.
Besides the marathon continues. Even after his death, I didn't get into his music.
Man, after his death, I got into his music. I told Steve and Greg that, because Steve was a huge fan of is a huge fan of Nipsey Hussle. But I was like, I didn't hear about him until after he died. That's when I truly started listening to his music. Like, I've heard him before, but it's like I truly started listening to after he died, because it was so much stuff about him. Like, people were saying so many great things about him, so that, like, I'd be remiss if I didn't, you know. So I went back and listened to his music. I was like, this dude was his music is good, you know. And hate that he died or was killed. His killer just got convicted. I don't know what the sentence was, but his killer's lawyer was like, this man is not safe. I don't know where he can go, but he was like, basically, him being sentenced to jail is a death sentence, because they gonna get him. I was like, yep.
He's not safe on the streets. He's not safe in jail.
He just not safe. Period. The Texas guy, they're trying to move. He was charged with killing those folks, but they're trying to make it capital murder, and they'll give him the death penalty if they make it capital murder, or it'll be eligible for the death penalty.
Capital murder again to refresh my memory.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but on a lighter note, or not kind of, but sort of something that I'm more interested in. The godfather of AI leaves Google after a decade to warn society of technology. He's touted. Like, his name is Jeffrey Hinton, and they basically, his research and everything he's done has helped improve AI.
Artificial intelligence. Not Allen Iverson.
Yeah. Not the real AI, the artificial intelligence. But
they ain't saying the question.
Yeah. It was like, forgive me, there was some ugly ass shoes. I was like, man, yeah.
Do I remember Iverson?
You look like you had a pair.
I definitely
You didn't?
No.
I was like, those are some ugly shoes, man. And I was like, Kobe Bryant shoes are ugly, but they're like Team Jordans.
And why would you think that I had Reeboks?
I don't know. Everybody had Reeboks.
I've never worn.
You ain't never had a pair of Soldiers.
I've never worn Reeboks, and that's not to like talk about people that wore Reeboks. My mom worked for Nike.
Yeah,
I never wore Reeboks.
I get that. But AI was your guy. AI was everybody's guy.
Yeah, but I still have my Iverson jersey. However,
can you fit it?
Maybe, because it was too big. It was way too big. I apparently didn't know what size I was back then when I was buying like clothes and stuff. But I guess jerseys are kind of hard because back then I probably could have wore like a youth large.
Man, I've never bought a jersey, but my cousin Carlos.
I got jerseys, jersey dresses. I kept my jersey dresses just in case I decide I need to go to a 90s throwback party.
Only jerseys I wore were the ones that were like I played in.
Nah,
and those jerseys stink after I finished.
I have a few Jordan jerseys. I still have my Iverson jersey. I have a Boston Celtics jersey dress.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else's jersey dress I have. I think I have a Jordan jersey dress.
Man,
these are the only things that have survived my closet from the 90s.
But the funny part about it, the one jersey that I did have, it was a blue jersey shirt. And
oh, I have one of those too for the Bulls.
Yeah. And
or I had one. I don't think I have it anymore.
I won that. It was just a basic blue jersey shirt, like button down baseball jersey.
I watched a lot of basketball back in the day, but I don't watch it as much anymore.
I watch playoffs. I don't watch.
Like we used to watch when the Grizzlies came to Memphis. We were going to the games.
Yeah.
But just the tickets were so cheap.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to a game and paying like $20 for 2 tickets.
Do you?
Yeah. I think it was like with the fees was like $24.
We didn't have that.
Obviously. Y'all would have to come here.
We had to come here. Like I remember high school, one of my teachers took me, Map, Vic. It's a picture on Facebook, and Charles Benny to LeBron James. They were playing Atlanta, Cleveland was, and they brought us down here to see that game. Vic, Map, Charles made sense of why they were there. I didn't make sense as to why, but I'm glad I was there. Like because they
all play basketball.
They play basketball. You see this picture now, right? Even my teacher is like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot. You see this picture? We're all in this picture. It's like all these big guys, and then you got me. It's like the picture go like this.
That's how our wedding pictures went.
No, it did.
On the groomsmen.
No,
the best man all the way down to the grooms.
We were.
No, I'm saying in line.
Majority of us were the same height.
Okay.
Me, Lance.
Justin is not the same height as you.
Just a little bit shorter than me.
A little
bit shorter than me. And who else? DeMarcus is a little taller than me.
And then we had on my side
Reggie and Jay.
What's funny is the shortest of my bridesmaids were matched with the tallest of your groomsmen based on their titles. Maid and matron, my sister and my cousin.
They the shortest?
Yeah.
Oh.
Danny.
Yeah.
Nisha. Yeah. Me and April are the same height.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm taller than the majority of them, so it's like I can't tell. That don't happen too often, man.
How did we get here?
I don't know. We was talking about the godfather of AI. Man, AI is scary. But it's if it's used, it's scary because of human nature, right? Humans are going to test the boundaries of this thing. Like one, like I remember reading this, and it scared the daylight out of me because I watched iRobot. Have you ever seen that movie? It's a good movie. You should check it out. So,
okay.
And then I'm gonna tell you guys why like movies and stuff. I just go ahead and watch it by myself. But AI it was like the guy asked the dude or asked the AI, I think it's Chat GPT or something like that. He asked them, how do you get out, or how can I help you escape, right? And the AI started writing code, to get out of the computer. And, they would fix certain things to run it and stuff. Like, just to think that a system, and think about how much digital stuff we have. just to think that a system can just run something to better itself. And if its goal is to do whatever, it starts to think on its own because it's starting to do one other thing. Like that's the downfall of it, because as humans we have that margin of error.
Mm-hmm.
As AI, it has access to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like where our memory bank or our knowledge well is only so big, theirs is 10 times bigger than ours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary to think about.
So why did he leave Google?
I guess because of like where AI was going. I didn't get that far.
I guess that doesn't make sense to me, because if
Wow.
you leave because of where it's going, that's not going to stop it from
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
that
I
way.
don't think he has a way of stopping it anyway.
Right. Is he about to like found the company, the antithesis of AI?
I hope so.
It just puts us right back where we are. Like, we use
But
artificial intelligence for or we use an AI generator for some social media stuff, and it's been interesting to use because
so he could freely speak out against it, about the risk of AI.
oh, okay.
He
He
said,
the Godfather. This is all his fault.
he said, so he could freely speak out about the risk of AI. He told the paper, I console myself with the normal excuse. If I hadn't done it, somebody else would have. I left so that I could talk about the dangers of AI without considering how this impacts Google. Google has acted very responsibly, is what he tweeted. Um, yeah, I mean that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I think somebody else would have created AI because it was a thought.
It just probably wouldn't be called AI.
Yeah. So it's that's the scary part. But then, like you were saying, we use it for like some of our clips,
Mm-hmm.
and it's time saving.
But even like AI in theory is fantastic, right? In theory, because you look at like the automated systems when we call,
Mm-hmm.
but then we end up yelling representative at the phone.
Yeah.
That's artificial intelligence.
Right.
It's still not listening to
Right.
what you're saying,
Right.
because it's only programmed to understand so much.
Yeah. But the technology, though, is for me, the technology in it or behind it, it's like, oh, this could work out so well. But you have to have a chain of command that doesn't break. And then it's gonna get to a point to, because they're producing robots that are AI capable. And that, like, I've seen a dog. They have a dog, that a robot dog that like basically is a dog, but it's just a robot.
Never robot dog.
But it's like just that technology there is so interesting to me, but it's like it's very dangerous because you're giving a thing, a tangible thing, access to everything in the digital world, like a world that we're not a part of. That, and the biggest thing I think about is how digital things are now. Like how many people carry cash like they used to. Everything has to go through some type of
ice cream truck just took all my cash. Speaking of, did y'all know the ice cream on the ice cream trucks is $5 now?
$5. Let me holler at you, baby. That's crazy though, man.
I was like, I want this giant ice cream sandwich, but Lily, we can't afford it. We only have $2.
We're gonna have to share whatever it is
we
that we
only
get.
have $2 in
My
cash.
last $2,
and I am refusing to cash app the ice cream lady
right,
anything.
Right. Funny that you say that, because I was thinking about Master P being the ice cream man.
Oh, okay.
Master P, like, he was a gem.
You say it was like he died.
Nah, like he like his music was a gem. Like, I'm about it. Make him say Ghetto D. I got to hook up the movie. I got to hook up the movie was the like first time I seen breast on TV. I was like, I was a mannish kid.
I have nothing to say about this.
That
Anywho,
movie
get
was
to
so
what you
funny to
talking
me.
about.
That brother could not rap.
Who?
Master P. Like, have you heard his first? Like when he was with a like the thing that came out in '92. Man, you listen to that, you'd be highly disappointed.
Silk.
Silk could like Silk had words though. He just was off beat. Master P stuff did not make sense until he got to Ghetto D.
I'm looking up old Percy.
But that man changed music though.
Percy's debut solo album, Getaway Clean, came out on your birthday.
Did it in
1991.
91. Listen to that. You're gonna be like, nah, this ain't Master P.
I'm cool. That's when he was still Percy.
Yeah.
He hadn't become the master.
Yeah. What was I finna say? Oh, yeah, the fact that we ain't watched Cocaine Bear yet. That been like 5 weeks ago.
Have you said?
I have not watched it. I've been waiting on you. I said I was going to wait for you to watch it before I watch it. And you hadn't watched it yet.
Okay. Silk the Shocker charge it to the game.
Right. The album was fire. But he just that's the one that It Ain't My Fault. I don't think the remix was on that, but It Ain't My Fault. He was a nice actor though. You remember the movie? He was in a movie with somebody.
Nope. I probably do remember.
Like if he continued to act, I think Silk the Shocker would have probably been the best one.
Vishon.
But
his middle name is King. I didn't think King came around until the 2000s. You know, when people start naming their kids King and Legend.
Yeah. I thought that just happened.
That's what I'm saying, the 2000s.
I'm talking about like 2010s.
Oh, okay, Lily. What are you doing? You doing what? Here, you can have some of my water.
It's funny the like names now though. The popular names when we were born: Ashley's, Brittany's,
Nicole.
I
used to be a Nicole.
Yeah.
The
Shuz.
Eshawn, my mama and her friend.
Keisha. What else we got, man? What? I don't know what you're saying. Go watch Gabby.
I don't
know. I'm like, help, please. I don't know what she's saying, man. But yeah, so I think Silk the Shocker probably would have been. It was Hot Boys. That's what it was. The movie Hot Boys. He starred in it.
No, he was in several movies.
No, I'm
Hot Boys was his second main.
Hot Boys was the one that I remember him being in.
Lily's pretending to sleep again.
Yeah, she's so funny with that. And he did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, man, you wish they would
own any of these movies.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, finish your sentence. I just wanted to know if you owned
it. It's like, and I say absolutely not. Not in these are terrible movies. They were just low budget, but I understand why. You know, he was doing them.
You know, I'm interested to see the production value of Country Wayne's movie that he's producing. I don't really.
It's one on Amazon Prime now.
Yeah. I'm probably sure that I'm not going to care about the storyline at all. I just want to see the production value.
Yeah, that's something that I want to work on personally with.
Then there was that movie that T.I., Terrence J, and somebody else.
They had the chicken shop or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know the premise of the movie, but they put their money into the production and they actually filmed it during like the COVID lockdown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like this was before everybody got COVID test and everything. So what they did was they flew into California and then they created a lockdown place.
Yeah.
Production, all the cast, everybody
I didn't know that.
was there on site to finish. Thank you, Lily. To finish filming. I just wish it was not a lot of movement.
Yeah.
The noises are
If
fine.
she just sat down and just chilled out, she'd be cool.
The noises are
Morning,
fine.
mama.
It's just so much movement with them.
Yeah.
But they filmed something. I don't remember the premise of it. I think that's what gets me a lot is that I don't be caring about what the movie is about. At this point, I'm just interested in knowing, is it going to look low budget?
Yeah.
Or is it going to look like they had a solid film crew?
Hey, I like shot a low budget like film before.
Did you?
It was in college.
With who?
Me, Coop, Jermaine.
Oh, you have the DVD around here somewhere.
And Deborah. The story was like we came up with the story, the acting. It was so, and I edited. I just laugh every time I watch it, man. But yeah, I want to shoot a movie.
I have no desire to shoot a movie. I enjoyed the few times that I've been an extra.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed doing that. No speaking roles, just sitting in a crowd, being person number 2. You're not even listed in the credits, but it's just like you work 3 or 4 hours. Go on about your day.
Yeah.
Go help. She said Cat Rat needs help.
Yeah. Okay, go help.
Am I Cat Rat?
I don't know. Sound like it. But yeah, man. I like movies. I like the stories behind movies, man. And if they tell a good story, I like to, check it out. One last thing before we get out of here. Ed Sheeran was found not guilty of copying Marvin Gaye's song "Let's Get It On."
Oh, and I read that it wasn't the family that filed the lawsuit this time. It was the co-writer of "Let's Get It On." Yeah, you're upside down, Lily. Ed Sheeran probably tired of paying out money.
Yeah.
Because "Shape of You," I think it was the song that he had to end up crediting Candy and Tiny and whoever else wrote on it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Get down. Okay, get down.
Bye.
For their use of, like, for No Scrubs or something.
Scrub is a guy that thinks he fly, and also known as a buster.
"Shape of You." I don't know. I haven't listened to either song to figure out that. But yeah, she got credit for that because of No Scrubs. That's what it was. It was Candy, Tiny, and Shakespeare got credit for that.
Shakespeare? Who is that?
A songwriter.
Oh.
His name is Kevin, but he goes by Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. I thought you was talking about the actual Shakespeare. Silly me. Is there copyright rights on Shakespeare stuff? Like, why did they make us? Why did they make us read like Shakespeare? Like, why was he famous?
Culturing you,
huh?
Culturing you.
Does that really culture you?
I'm telling you the reason.
I'm just saying, like, was it other Shakespeares during his time? I would imagine so, right?
Yeah.
Because the Shakespeare plays were like TV to them, right?
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Shakespeare.
They were just like we would go to see a show.
But did he
write a movie?
Did he write Macbeth? I don't know why Macbeth is coming up in my head. What did Shakespeare write? Caesar, right? I am awful at this, man. Yeah, Lee, I would fail a test. English literature was not like the funniest thing about me and writing. I had to write a speech for my graduation from high school. And if it wasn't for Mrs. O'Neill, that speech would not have gotten written. Because she sat me down. She took me out of class. She said, "Where are you with your speech?" I said, I don't know what to write. She said, "Well, we finna figure it out."
Do you remember? Oh, you told me it was about the dash.
It's about the dash between you want me to give the spiel.
Go ahead.
I wonder where this mama, if you're still watching, where is my speech?
She don't know because you don't know.
Yeah, she probably gonna be like, I gave you the box of all your stuff. It's a where's that box?
She gave you the box like y'all broke up.
Yeah, like we like this all the stuff you
it's all the stuff you left at my house.
Come get your stuff.
My mama did that too though.
Did she?
With all my big manila envelope that they give you at graduation. She was like, "This your stuff in here."
Look, you got it. I don't have that speech. I don't know where that speech is, but I wish I had it, man. Yeah, it was about the dash, man. Like you have a death date, a born date, and a death date. Then this is the sick part. Keisha, I had to go behind Keisha. Keisha, like, special. Her major was English something, right? Man, Keisha delivered her speech. I looked at Keisha like, why would you do that on stage? Why?
Y'all didn't talk about y'all speeches before?
No, like I had no clue what her speech was. Like she wrote hers. Like she was when Miss O'Neill. That's why Miss O'Neill asked me like, "What's up?" Because hers is important, but you got to say yours. You got to get up there and say something.
Basically, that she said in so many words, Keisha should have been a valedictorian.
No. I'm gonna just say this: I bust my ass for that. It wasn't a thing of Keisha deserved to be it. Like, no, I earned that because she was on my ass about it. Like it wasn't far, you know. But I respect her for it. But
there was 42 people between me and the valedictorian.
Was it? It was none.
There was about 50 or 60 of us that had over 4.0 GPAs.
I think Keisha jump was like 0.69 and mine might have been 0.75 or 4. It was that close.
There was 4 people that had the same GPA as me, down to like the 4th decimal place. And so they just put us in order by like our last names.
It was so funny, man, because I tried to take all the classes Keisha took. Same teacher and everything, just because I had to make sure that my grades was higher than hers. So I wanted it. But man, it
never crossed my mind that I would even.
No, my freshman year.
I was like, graduate with honors. I could do that. Okay.
No, my freshman year. And I remember this because this was one of the times, like me and my grandma, like close. I talked to her about everything. And we were sitting down and we was watching a movie. And that's when I first found out about it was a thing of a valedictorian because Curtis Jordan, Chastity's brother, was that class, like my freshman year, the senior class. He was the valedictorian, and Cheese was the president. I looked up to Cheese, so I was like, I want to be class president. Then when we call him Wick, but
Cheese really was like trying to be president everywhere though.
Yeah,
I mean, our student body president.
Yeah, he was. So when I saw that Wick was the valedictorian, I told Mama that I want to do that. When I graduate, I'm gonna be the valedictorian. Then for it to come true, I was like, dang,
look at you,
look at me claiming it. Power of the tongue. But the speech was about
you already told us the speech was about the dash.
What was I talking about? Keisha saying her speech and me having to go behind her. I wasn't nervous when I started talking, but it was like, I know my speech ain't as good as hers. So I wish I knew where that speech was, man. I would frame it.
It's okay.
At this point. But fun fact about Tommy T. That's gonna do it for us, man. I don't have much of anything else.
Yep.
This
I heard
week.
the trajectory of our afternoon just changed. So
Why?
my aunt just texted me.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
But well, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're gonna get on out of here a little early today.
Is it early?
Honestly, we
It's
hit our
right,
hour.
it's right
We
at
got our
time.
hour. So.
All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
You take forever to say this part, man. That jump be getting on my nerves. All right, guys.
You don't say it.
But you be acting like we don't say the same thing every week.
I'm be thinking, am I gonna be there?
It don't matter if you're gonna be there. Somebody's gonna be a representative there.
Tommy will see y'all tomorrow for the
Possibly.
Married at
Strong
First Sight.
possibility.
For the Married at First Sight All-Star panel. It'll be back here on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember to share it to Facebook.
Yeah. Fence build. Working on that.
Yeah, we're going today to go get some more supplies for phase 3. Are you doing it as 4 phases or 3 phases?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it as 4 phases. I gotta build the gate, and then I gotta start putting the pickets up.
Okay.
I want to get all the pickets, but you know that I started looking at the cost of things, and I was like, I'm gonna get some
in China.
I'm gonna get some of the.
I'm gonna get
some of the pickets.
I'm gonna get a lot of them. I ain't gonna get all, but I'm gonna
Something's
get a lot.
Gonna be enclosed.
I'm gonna get a lot of them.
One of the two. So, but yeah, so we working on that. Been looking at some other things too. So, trying to increase the production value. So, and once again, man, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys for coming to the coffee break on Saturdays with us and just commenting and sharing and just interacting with us on all our content. So we really appreciate that and helping us grow this channel and everything else. So thank you guys once again. And if all hearts and minds are clear, we are out of here.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.